There we go. I'm ready to go. I do not know how this is going to end this week, but we'll see how it goes. And let's see what it does there. It works alright. No tags. Cool. Right. Get some music on as well in the background. Yeah, that should do it. That should do the music for the short time. We've got. So last week we had a few issues on our good old just considering the trading market option as usual. I might as well. I won't be the first one to say this, but surely it's about time, if Roblox has so many of these classic avatars, and they're still online, classic Roblox players still online, on the platform, surely it's about time for them to change their target market and target more of an upper age range, if not a spin-off like thing, like a different product or a spin-off product or something. Just my thoughts. Like, I know a load of people here who go back years who are like at this stage now. Heck, my brother as well is one of those, but yeah. That should be a point for them to consider. And that now, they're mostly Jags, Thunders, and CMP. Tags, Thunders, and... Bring back the old chat system. What, the one with whitelist? One that let... 50 words. Oh. That was a thing. Roblox chat was fucking horrible at one point. That. Just that general, like... Ooh. I don't need to say much more than that. Not if you want to play the old deal.
Unfortunately, Waffle decided to do his game night, so I'm just trying to like make sure people go over here instead.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, there's a
Apple?
game night going on.
Apple?
Yeah, but this was scheduled first, so yeah. Anyway, I'm frustrated because I am trying to like fix my seed gate, but it's not working. It's just making 2 beeping sounds. And that's it.
I'm just chilled. I'm chilled for tonight. I'm surprised there's someone having a game night tonight, I'll be honest. I mean, we knew there was one last week.
Yeah.
Say any number, you say any number, it'll get tagged quicker than you say open the case. 69! Ah! Ah! It avoided me! It avoided it! It's in tag! It's in tag! It's in tag! I'm just trying to think what the button I should press now is. That one. I think the thing is, it's the I think it's what it is. It's the fact of the matter is. I think what happened there was just it just so happened that I did tag. Yep, they tagged 420.
I'm gonna come on soon.
I'm having just a cheap gag. It's just cheap fun having a ROBLOX's filter system. I'm surprised. A game night surprised me a bit anyway, but yeah, learn to live with it. Live and just deal with it, I guess. I've got to put up with it. I can't go around saying to people, can you not just do a game night to say there was drop zones anymore? It's no like, this isn't a 1,000-member group. This is bloody 200 members. We actually passed 200 members first day. That's first day as well. I'll just mention that. We just literally passed 420. Not 420, 200 members last week. So that's great. Game has only just loaded in. Yeah. You bet it'll feature Menards as well. You bet it'll feature Menards. I'm for free right now. Hey! And it just... Is it better than the Lottery National Anthem? No, it's not. That's my argument. It's not as good as the Lottery National Anthem. Glory Anthem. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, we get the joke. What's Home Depot? Thin on the ground. It's like, not surprised. I'm not surprised it's thin on the ground. We can live with it. We can live with it. Roblox's music guy just kind of moved all the sounds and cues. Almost.
Sorry, I'm back. They're not gonna budge. Also losing a lot of people too.
Wait. So they're losing a lot of people.
They're
Wow.
losing some people. Yeah.
Why did
Well-
they? Why did they even hold a game out in the first place?
Well, I have
What's,
no
what's the
idea.
backstory?
Maybe because they don't know that RBB exists.
Yeah, let's be real. Nobody does these days. It's a closed server. It's a closed server essentially, except for the one week where we do Dropzones. We can do a mini episode. We won't. I mean, we're alright. It's not a big crowd. I mean, I think we might. If we might be lucky, actually. We might be lucky to get enough people in for the full 10. For the full 10. But I don't mind doing a smaller episode or something. I don't mind doing it because A, I'm not going to cancel out because I've only got 7 weeks to do this show. I'm not going to give up one of them just because a game that's running
I'm only
opposite.
showing up to this just because I'm not gonna be here next week,
Fair enough.
and also because you might be barely here after that.
I mean, my current plan long term is after this I'm going back to uni in September. And I'm going to be staying there on not on campus, but in the town where I'm staying, in my
Right.
my new flat. I'm going to be staying there for the full 2 year for the remainder of my course, including the summer breaks. So I will not have access to my old rig, which I'm using for tonight's episode. So we're looking at potentially this could be the last season for like 2 years. Excluding the opportunity, if the opportunity arises where I end up doing
That's the
a
main reason.
special.
Why would they schedule a game night?
I'm not commenting on anything to do with game night, but
Oh well.
to be fair,
Yes,
fair
you
play
do.
to them. No, the fact of the matter
All I
is,
can say
outside of
is
specials,
good luck.
outside of specials, all I will say is, outside of the potential specials, I'm not looking at another full series until 2024. Put simple. And that's not even, and if that, and that even then, that depends on where I'm gonna be at the end of when I come to this point in summer 2024. This time 2 years. That's the thing. People need to watch out for. It's like I could be off elsewhere, up to the north end of the country to go partake in this big games industry. The centre of the games industry down here in the UK, which is massively up in the north. And a bit in London.
I want to get. There's a college that I haven't heard of as a private college. They specialize in game development and game design and animation. I'm just like, that looks sick. I wish I can do that. But private schools are kind of expensive as shit over here.
I mean, I went to. Hold up a bit. I went to a college which specialised in games. They barely taught games. We spent 2 years learning. We spent 2 years learning how to do Photoshop, and it's that's how I learned to use Photoshop and Adobe After Effects and Premiere Pro and all that. I can just TP you all guys down here because as well at 50 because heck, I don't. It's only 10 of us here. It's going to be one free zone, and I don't mind with that. I don't mind with the free zone. The free zones rocks. But that's alright, that's just... To be fair, this is actually going to be a good episode, I think. Just because, and I argue this now, think about it, people, think about it, with this episode and the players that we kind of have a classic game here. A classic Season 3 game. If anything, with who we got on the zones. 2 weeks in a row, Rizzo. 2 weeks in a row. No, I spent.
Rizzo, don't say cream.
No, the cream. Yeah, I mean, I spent 2 years learning how to use the Adobe Suite. That's what happened to my 2 years and thing. But then again, I also had a pandemic to deal with as well. I will just argue. So you make your pick. Take your pick on that.
Hey Rizzo, do you want to be the 5th person voted out and the first member of the jury again? Literally, he got voted out.
That's fine. It's fine, Aaron. That's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We can live with that. 8 people wasn't bad. We did an episode with 8 people before. Oh. We've done an 8-person episode before. You remember that one?
Rizzo, who won?
Oh god. God.
Let me guess. Want to guess? It's the same person that you kept saying that would win. Yep. Jebby won. 6 votes. 2 votes the other person.
2 votes. 6
I
votes.
was watching the chats. People were whispering to get you out, Rizzo.
Ooh. Harsh.
They were all like, can we vote RR? Yeah, let's vote RR. Then some people were like, no.
We can do that if everyone agrees.
Can I invite my 2 alts so I can win?
Oh wait, plushie?
Plushie?
Plush lover.
Plush. Oh, he loves plush?
Well, he gets in on it, so... No, not on the zone, not on the zone, not on the zone! Oh. I'm having kittens because of people, I'm having kittens because of that. Kittens. It's a term over here. If you have kittens, you get very, like, nervous and all that. It's quite
That's how British people say kittens?
We also use them for, as a term for for a small cat as well. But if you ever hear where if someone not about to do a cat,
you
it's
know,
having kittens.
You guys say kittens, but instead of this, we say pussy.
Yeah, but you wouldn't say like, guys wouldn't say, oh, I'm having pissies over here. Like if just in the same way that we say I'm having kittens over someone going towards the control.
It's not like I'm gonna go over there and be like, I'm having pussy.
Oh wow, full house, only just. Get in there, mate. Get in. Yeah, I've added a what have I added this week? Well, okay, to put it simple, we fixed the RNG. We fixed the RNG, everybody. We fixed it. When I say I fixed it, I meant the perk RNG. I meant the perk RNG, which we used last week, and which kind of broke up to one round. We fixed that. I've tested that. As for the RNG, that's down to put simple, that's down to if it wants to bloody give us a other number than 1, 3, or 7. So take your pick on that. What else can I say? Oh yeah, we got a new button as well. Spam C for Jay. Oof. Jay's anniversary. Well done on the year, Jay. See!
Say hi, bitch!
Careful! Don't drown her in a sea of... Don't drown her in a sea of seas!
Oh,
Dang it! God dang it! Dang it, everyone!
let me see if I got it here. Oh, I do.
It's out of the park.
There you go. That's loud. See?
Don't!
No, stop with the
No,
season!
no, I'll give you a strike! I'll give you a strike! I'll give you a strike!
No, we'll drown in a sea of seas. Don't just stop with the. No, seriously. Oh,
Oh,
has
this is
anyone-
like good old days again.
has anyone ever like got out their old Wii and played Wii Sports?
I mean, I could, but
Has anyone got the Nintendo Switch version?
I've played
Oh,
the
the
Switch.
latest one?
I've played the Switch.
I
one.
don't think I have.
I don't like the fact that it misses half of the stuff that made the original one special. I want to roll a bowling ball and throw it behind it and have everyone around behind me spin around.
Yeah, 'cause
Why
that-
can't we get that
that's
in
like,
there?
That was like the silly move when you like you
Yeah.
pull it back, you chuck it,
You chuck
you
it
get
and
it
it's
to
like,
the
whoa!
motion, and it's like what? It kind of makes me laugh a bit.
Oh, that made me. I used to.
I
so
thought
much
someone.
fun
I
about
thought someone took a shit, man.
it. Oh, and
Oh, I remember botching baseball so many times, even though it was my favorite thing to do. In Wii Sports, baseball. I did wanted to do it for real at some point. I think when I was younger.
I mean, baseball's great in general. I played Game Pass at uni, the show, MLB the show, when I had a Game Pass back at on my Xbox at uni, and it's I think yeah I fixed that as well. Sorry. Yeah, I played it and it's really good. I enjoyed playing it. Haven't played it since though, because I'm not connected to this back. But yeah, it's fun. I enjoyed it. Let's cut the music. We are going live in 3 minutes. So yeah. I mean, I've got a load of uni stories that I could tell everyone about. Like, there's a lot of them, a lot of anecdotes, and all that.
Cause didn't the Wii Sports Resort came with the next one?
Yeah, Wii Sports Resort
In-
came out in 10, and that's the one with Woohoo
That
Highland
introduced the Motion Plus. So basically, before they integrated into the controllers, it was basically an extended bit. It's like you just plug in and then, yeah. Annoying as heck, man, but thank God for the Wii U. As
There's
Motion
a
Plus
version
is
of that, wasn't it? There was a version of that on the Wii U as well. Oh, I meant
I
dancing.
think it was called Wii Sports Club, but that was only for like an online thing. It was only online.
It was an online thing. That's only for like
Oof, bowling.
And then you got Nintendo Switch.
Bowling. You just arrived a couple minutes earlier.
Dun-dun-dun.
If you only arrived a couple minutes earlier, it could have been you on the temp zone, but never mind. There's always next week. It's always next week. Let's.
Hello, everyone! Oh my god!
We're playing Dropzones again. This is gonna be fun. Again.
Man, I changed my look the last time we did this.
And you made it to Final 3 as well last week.
I decided to buy a fucking new suit for once. I
Everyone-
bought a new suit for like
everybody,
50 Robux.
everybody's finding their new ways to try and beat, trying to look lucky. Their new.
According to my flight, I have 2 days and 17 hours to check in for my trip. Let's fucking go. Unfortunately, I want to meet people in Britain, but they're over there, and one of my California friends is in Sweden.
Oof.
So I'm like, fuck.
I mean, to be fair, it's not easy. It's not easy to get over. I mean, actually, to be fair, you could book a flight or you could get a ferry from.
Yeah, but COVID.
Oh yeah, COVID.
You have to get.
Oh,
You have
that
to.
reminds me.
You have to. That means I have to fill out a COVID form
that
saying that
reminds me.
saying that in the United States I tested negative for COVID,
Then you'll have to probably do another one over here.
and then I gotta do it again.
You know something? Oh yeah.
Flush with the expletives right there.
Oh. Always forget about the end card there.
I mean, to be fair,
Always forget it was on the monitor.
everyone forgets about the end card at this stage. Yeah, so that's the show. That's this week's episode done. About an hour. That's about right for a show. About right. Nothing going wrong, massively wrong anyway. Yeah, not a bad episode, I'd say. Not a bad episode. That went well for the most part. For the most part, that went really well, I think. And we got another one next week to look forward to.
Yeah.
An hour 2 minutes. I mean, the show was about. If you cut out the credits, it kind of runs down to an hour. I'd say.
To be honest, it's been a long time since you and I have been in a VC, right?
It has been, hasn't it? It's been about 9 months.
Nine
Obviously-
months has it been? No.
It's been 89 years.
About 9
Right,
months.
I
We've
need-
just been.
No, no, no.
89
That's
years since we had a voice chat.
Well, it's been how many years since we've been in this? Well, we haven't actually been in a really blue big.
No, we never
voice
have been.
chat.
TRN, it's always been the TRN voice chat. And it's been like.
Yeah, it's always done that, but then that's gone.
Yeah, they couldn't keep up with the pace at TRN, so. Yeah. That's kind of just what happened.
Yeah, TRN's like.
Dead in the water. I know.
Yeah.
It's like what do you call it? It's like, what do you think that TRN's a bit like BBC Three? 1 minute it's off, next minute it's back on, or something like that. God knows
I
when.
don't think it is, because the facts of the matter is, with TRN, is that the TRN is chilling, but the fact of the matter is it's pretty much dead in the water. I don't, unless Quiz brings back Thin Ice or Hot Seat, which I doubt he will, because
And again, I don't think either of them.
no, I don't think Quiz will bring back Thin Ice with
I mean, I
in
think
TRM.
to be
It's
fair-
specifically with TRN's current state. It'll probably take it to TOF or TGP.
Thin Ice was a pretty good show as well. in
Thin Ice is
itself.
pretty good as well, yeah. Thin Ice is
Thin
gonna
Ice
be a lot
is
of fun.
probably the best show.
I mean, yeah,
And
it
then,
can
you
be.
got then you got the lottery.
Lottery
Oh,
is.
then you get the
I can
lottery,
guarantee.
and then-
I can guarantee you
and
guys right now.
And then you got Prize Fight, which is now in TGP.
The issue with the lottery, as I said in the thing, is that with Roblox's audio update, it's wiped a lot of the soundtrack because the
And
soundtrack
the
were a lot.
The best thing about the lottery is the music.
No, but it adds adds something to the games. Heck, what was it this week? I was tempted to do a new feature on Dropzones, which would have taken it over to 1 hour 5 minutes, called Drop of the Week, and someone would have won iMixie soap dispenser for Drop of the Week, rather than the best drop out of the episode.
Wait, Jay, what do you mean? I heard like half the audio.
It's somewhat. Gamer says
Yeah,
Gamer says it's somewhat alive. Jay says I'm not alive within TOF, but right now it's not alive.
Roblox's update with the audio just really bugging everything.
Yeah,
up.
it really screwed me, especially when you want to play like classic Roblox games. Now you can't.
Yeah,
anymore.
and then
The
you
audio's
have,
shit.
and then with us, with the game show community, most of our music is dependent on the
I mean-
ones used in the. Funny, isn't it?
Most game show cues, I would say, especially just for reference, a lot of the first six seasons of TRM Millionaire, if not, the majority of the run was using cues from Curai. You know Curai from who used to do TOF Millionaire almost about 4 years ago, and also did he's also now doing GSL shows and whatnot. He was a big cue provider for us during the show's run, and if we were doing Millionaire now, it would have really been an issue.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to try and get set the permissions, get it from the creator's dashboard, that sort of thing.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Believe
hassle.
me, I had to do that for some of my games. I was like,
I was like,
It's good.
fuck.
It's good in some ways because it stops illegal audio stuff, illegal audio
Right.
copying. Because if you're too scringy to upload audios with Robux, or if you don't have enough Robux, you can just easily just go into someone's inventory and just nick audio
Then
from
again,
them.
you can literally just like
I
don't
will
know.
be honest. Well,
Uh,
that's
do- do
I,
what-
I, I, I,
do
I,
what-
I admit as well to doing that a couple of times for shows in the community.
Then again,
We can
you
think
can,
I'm
you
not
can
sure that in
copy
particular.
what you can copy what the nice and lottery, and prize fight what's doing right now is just using Roblox queues. Instead.
Yeah, Roblox queues can be done for shows.
I mean, then again, they have really good audio. I mean, some of them are made from a professional. Most of them are made from like APM, which is like the professional sound effects corporation. But
Yeah,
then again, but some of them are kind of.
they can be quite crap.
They don't
Yeah, they're
fit.
kinda eh.
They don't fit the game show theme well.
I mean, it depends on what show you're going.
But
What the
most of
show
them
is.
actually sound cool, like for movies and sound effects and stuff like that.
It
but-
depends on the show, I think. What
yeah,
you want to go
depends on
for.
the show.
If you want an ultra hyper serious show like Millionaire, like a custom Millionaire or something, it's pretty much impossible to do do something with like with the cues unless you
Because
actively deep search for it, like I did with
Blind.
Drop Zones.
to be blunt, apart from Hot Seat, which uses a completely different soundtrack, well, sometimes they use the wing cues from the original Millionaire. Doing classic Millionaire, you would need a specific soundtrack. Otherwise, it just won't work with other sounds.
Yeah,
You
I
got-
was using
I mean,
Millionaire as an example there as well, just as a reference.
Exactly. So that's one of the shows where it's the soundtrack's important. You can't have any other soundtrack. Well, there were different versions, of course, mind you. So you got Shuffle, you got Rave, you got
Mm.
the original, the classic one, Hot Seat.
The-
Was there any other versions of it?
The only thing Roblox has going for it right now, audio-wise, is the fact that it's free upload. Now, that's it.
Yeah.
But
and
that's about it. No,
some
there's
of us
nothing
get,
else.
Like, some of us get like 10 free uploads, and then like it's only, and then we have to wait a month, and then that's the downside of the free audio now.
Aside from that, it's
Some
just
of
yeah, it's just
Uh-oh.
ridiculous.
I just found a video on my source file that I just accidentally I recorded a whole conversation.
Yeah.
Not this one, but I recorded a conversation like last year. I'm just listening to it and I was like, wow. The toxicity from a year ago is quite remarkable.
I mean, to be fair, I've never actually talked about my vault before. My vault of my content vault from the community. I've got months worth of stuff from TOF when I was doing TOF VCs in the pandemic, which I came back to the other day. I've got stuff from we did. I have like two occasions where there's TOF bingo. A lot of the Jackbox stuff, like at least more like 6 hours worth of Jackbox content from it, including the stuff to do with Mer and all that. You remember that? You remember that controversy, people? Mer and Tay, all that.
Yeah, oh god, that's how we stopped doing Jackbox.
Yeah, I found that lying around in my content vault as well.
I was like thinking, there was many chances for us to bring back Jackbox and Top, but nobody's ever stepped up to like do it.
Weird thing is, I've got
Only very
Jackbox
rarely-
8
Only
now.
very rarely though. Only very rarely, mind you, in other servers. But we all seem one way or another remember that particular reason why we stopped doing it.
Yeah. I mean,
Just-
yeah, it's difficult. It's honestly really difficult. Where are? Let me have a look. I've got. Yeah, let's see what else I've got here. I've got.
Speaking of vaults,
Yeah, I've got.
yesterday. I don't know why, but I just thought something to build. You all recognise this, don't you?
I'll have a look quickly. Yes, I do recognise it.
An old UK game show back in 2012 ran for 2 series.
Bank job.
You could say, in a nutshell, it's basically Deal or No Deal, but with more trivia questions, pretty much.
Yeah, bank job. I remember this. I remember, and I've actually watched.
Like £1 Million Drop.
Yeah.
This too had a an online game you could play. You could play basically. I think the online game you just played the last round, not the grand final last round. That's a complete
Trash or cash?
That's
Basically split or
not that,
steal,
not that,
isn't it?
not that round, not that final round. I meant the third round.
Oh,
You just played the third round in the online version.
what's that? Is that the one with 2 cases, and you got to like, where you only have to keep 2 cases, or two
Basically,
things.
they did the what you just mentioned, the cash or trash round in the series finale, both series finale.
Hmm.
The first series was for the accumulative; it was all accumulated. And then the second series was just a flat 100,000. Basically, the idea was it's like Golden Balls. Obviously, you have your split and steal, right? Both split, both win. Both steal, both lose. Both one splits, one steals. Whoever steals wins. In cash or trash, you give either cash or trash to your opponent. So it's either you both give each other cash, which means you split the money. One of you gives the other trash, and the other tries to give cash. Whoever gave the trash gets all the money. And if you try to do double trash, which at one point actually did happen,
That did happen
first series,
in the first
spoiler
series.
alert, wasted over £400,000, really?
And that went to the people who got eliminated that episode, didn't it? That £400,000. If I remember,
Same
if I
thing would
recall
have
correctly.
Same thing would have happened if in series 2, if the same thing happened, but over 100,000. No, not over, but exactly 100,000. Luckily, it didn't happen in series 2.
I feel like
The second worst thing happened. One person stole.
I do feel like, as a general format, on paper, it's a really good concept. Like the bank job.
The
top and
reason why
and the kind of as well the online game kind of proved it as well. That was a really good idea on paper and all that, but it kind of just got messed up in the execution part of it.
basically, to put it in a nutshell of how it works, so basically there'll be a clock running through, a timer running through each of the rounds. In this case, so what was the first? If I remember correctly, 1 minute 15 in the first round. I'm going off like recent series right now. So,
I mean, it is 10 years old.
Yeah. So, hey, that's a coincidence.
Oh, it is as well, isn't it?
I was like, why did I build something that was 10 years old? I don't know why. I just thought it just popped into my head. I was like, right, something to do, I guess. Build. Don't worry, it's not completely finished, but I'm actually thinking about making it so it was. I can't remember where it was set in. Like the
It was.
where it was...
From what I remember, from what I'm reading on UK Gameshow as well, it's actually in an old bank headquarters itself. The actual things in the old bank headquarters. In the middle of like Canary Wharf or something like that, where all the big banking HQs are.
Wouldn't it be more appropriate?
Wait, Canary Wharf, like London Canary Wharf?
Yeah,
you know, like
London, Canary Wharf, London, Canary Wharf, London.
So
what about Canary Wharf?
Wouldn't it be more appropriate?
Wait, what about Canary Wharf?
Yeah, well, that's where they filmed the bank job, the game show.
Oh wait, are you talking? Wait, did they film it like in that one building that I went to?
There's one building in Canary. I think it's Canary Wharf. It's banking district.
There's a building called the O2, so I assume
Not
shows going on there. So
not the O2, not the O2, not the O2, not the O2.
Oh shit, it's not there.
No, that's the Greenwich Peninsula, I think.
Yeah, Greenwich.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So I thought once I Phil.
Hey.
I haven't filled anything in the vault yet. Well, actually, could you call it a vault? These are actually just bank deposit boxes, if you think about it. I was actually thinking of, well, if I end up finishing the cage, as I call it, not the vault. Well, it depends on how you want to call it. I think it it'd be more appropriate if it was in like a museum, set in a museum, because if you think about it, what does the bank job mean? What does it mean? See, in your head. Means a robbery. And
Means
what
I'm
you're
gonna
doing
rob Jay's
exactly?
house like in about 5 minutes.
Robbing, pretty much, you're robbing a bank.
Hmm.
And then again, it does kind of make sense why it's set in a bank and not in the museum. But
Jay has a fuck.
so, to explain the rules, how it works, basically there'll be a timer running through every round. In the first round, it's 1:15 or 75 seconds. Questions will be asked as the clock ticks down. Every time someone answers correctly, stop the clock. They get to choose a deposit box, or one of the 25 deposit boxes. In the first round, I know the display is wrong. It should be 150 for the first round, but there is at least 150. Well, I think there's exactly 150,000 pounds spread across the boxes. Although some of the boxes could have the word steal on it, they could have the word bankrupt on it. Self-explanatory.
Did someone say steal?
Oh god.
Basically, you open it up, and if you find steal, if somebody has
Stolen
a
ball?
you can choose to nick a bundle off somebody else. This is not like Golden Ball steal, where you just literally take the lot. Well, the bank does that to you if you're bankrupt. So I was thinking about retooling the rules a little bit. Instead of just steals and bankrupts, I was like thinking, and this is bearing in mind there's other bits to the rules. So basically, the idea is whoever has the most money would pretty much be safe. Whoever has the least amount of money, as soon as the time runs out, is out. So you had the option of taking the money and getting out of the vault at any point during the round. I've decided to change it a little bit.
Oh,
We have
no.
a time limit. We have a time limit, don't we? Let's say, if you don't get out, we kick out the person who has the most money, who is still in the vault.
So fun fact. Someone decided to make an SDR graphics pack on the Millionaire mobile game.
Yeah?
A mobile game? Which one
Oh,
are we talking
no.
about? Are we talking about the new one or the...
This one. Do you recognize the lozenges?
Oh, wait a minute. Which
Oh,
one are
no.
we talking about? Are we talking about the recent one, which is the most crappiest one we've
The
ever
one
seen?
with the shuffle music?
Oh my god.
Oh.
Someone's making
worse?
it.
Not even worse. They don't even localize it.
Was that the Millionaire phone game, right?
We had an app that's the same thing. Okay, so if you go on the UK App Store, you will find the Millionaire official game app. It's same logo as the US at the time. It's exactly the same.
See,
same
children, the 2010 mobile game is way better than the one we have right now.
Oh, the 2014 one's good as well. I like the 2014
Yeah, 2014
game.
is
The
good.
2014 British one.
Yeah, I remember playing the old
But the
ones.
shuffle one is like...
Yeah, because
it's filled with ads.
definitely. Yeah, the one we had over here, I think, did America have the same ones we have? The
Probably
same?
not.
But you could change the currency to dollars, actually.
Yeah.
I think they had. You could change it to euros. You could change it to yen. You could change it to pounds. You can change it to dollars. Yeah, with the most commonly international one, there was two different versions. You could have the original one, which had pretty much played a bit. I think was it released at the time that the UK version introduced the big bad clock from. What was it? The American version, I think.
2010 was when they introduced it. I know
Then
there
it
was.
got introduced in the original, the original country that is.
Yeah, that's when they introduced it in the UK. I think they introduced it in 2008 in the US.
Thank God they got rid of it when they revived it. I can't imagine us getting panic over a silly time limit, man.
I mean, at the end of the day, we kind of did. Well, fans of Millionaire did because they knew the time was almost up for the show at that point.
You know what would have been funny? Karen comes in at one point during the revived series.
You won't
Like,
do that. You won't do that. It would be funny, but you won't do that. We know that. We all know that. He said
Did I tell you the story of how my mum tried to get on Millionaire at one point around 2000 when I was was it when I was born or something like that, or when I was younger? Probably. Oh, 2000. Okay, so before I was born. So she actually tried to apply for Millionaire in 2000. That's my mum. Yeah, she's still vexed over it.
so. This was during its old, like.
So basically,
This is during the phone-in as well. So this would have been the called in toll-free number and
so when
all
you
that.
phoned up, they asked you a bunch of questions. If you got them right, you were presumably or assumingly put into a draw for the show. Mum never got him, despite getting it right.
They never got in despite getting it right, and
But
yet at the same time, at the same time they could allow Charles Ingram and bloody Diana Ingram as well, and that both of them in a bloody pair special, but not get in the hot seat. Go fucking figure.
Yeah. So where was I? Oh yes. I was thinking about changing the rules a little bit. Although you can get out of the vault with whatever money you have, sometimes it could be just one bundle, and then in another round it could be 2 bundles, and then in the third round it will be pretty much free for all. You don't have to. There's no limit.
No bundle limit.
So in the first round, once you got 1 bundle, you can choose to take it, bank it, or go in and search for another higher amount. If you run out of time, and there's still people in the vault, my rule would be anyone who has the highest bundle and they're still in the vault gets eliminated. Pretty much. Instead of the person with the least amount of money. But the opposite will happen if everybody manages to get out before time runs out. So in case the last person actually gets a higher amount and beats the leader. In that case, then the lowest amount would get eliminated. Round 2, pretty much same as round 1, same rules. Probably more money, but probably more steals.
And the bankrupt, and they not have a bankrupt in there as well.
Yep, you find one of those, you lose your money. But the other thing was you could keep up to 2 bundles now. At this point, so once you had filled out the 2 slots, you can choose to take the money and bank it. Again, if time runs out, and there's still people in the vault, I'm kicking the person who's greedy. Wait, where have we had this idea for?
Prize fight, flashbacks, intensify.
No. I'm talking about an actual game show. Where have we heard the idea of kicking out the person who tries to bring in the most money?
Oh, well,
There's not many game shows that do that, you know.
yeah, there's not many.
Does the word shaft have anything to do with it?
Oh, shafted, of course.
I'm not gonna lie. It's another one of those game shows where it's brilliant on paper, but when you play it, when you execute it, it is devastating.
I still prefer the Australian version over the British one.
Pulled for 2 episodes. No wonder I got pulled for 2 episodes. Well, originally it was going to go 20 episodes, but they only did 2.
Why? Why 20? Why?
They filmed 20. So, did you know that there was quite a lot of pilots for this? There's like many countries that wanted to do shafting, but the only countries that did it properly were
Australia.
Australia, the Netherlands, and Russia. Those were the three countries that done shafted internationally. And the Australian one and the Netherlands versions work the same way as each other. It's slightly different from the UK one, while the Russian version does it the same way we did it. In Australia and Netherlands, instead of going all half questions, you had like these what do you call it?
Like quick
Mini
fire
rounds.
rounds, yeah.
Like mini rounds. So basically, you would on a half question, you place a bet what you think you want to stake on the category, and then pretty much the questions are read out. First person to buzz in gets it right, adds their total. Get it wrong, lose from their total. And then you've got the half question coming at the end of each round, pretty much, and pretty much normal rules apply. Whoever has the highest gets to hear the whole question, which more often than not usually goes the wrong way. Then you've got your share and shaft. I can't pronounce it. Share or shaft finale. So pretty much, it's like goldables. Do you give them? Do you share the money, or do you take it all? But the interesting thing about the pilot versions, they start off with 10 people.
Jesus Christ.
So, in this case, they boot out the person who's cautious. This wasn't used in the UK or Russian versions. So basically, whoever wanted to try and bring in the least amount of money was kicked out. And then you've got the 4 greediest players, the 4 highest players.
Getting eliminated as well?
They get eliminated as well. So that brings it down to 5. And then the rules pretty much follow the same way as in the actual UK version, pretty much. I would assume. Also, while I was watching the promo video, I think it was like a couple of years ago, the host was Rich Madeley.
Yeah, that's about right as well, because that was confirmed.
I was like thinking, this is a bit different. But still, but yeah, pretty much most of the rules are the same, and I was like thinking, why haven't we done it for Roblox yet? This
Because
sounds like a good...
as much as it was a good form, as it's a good format on paper, A, barely anybody remembers it, and B, if we did, we can't call it shafted because Roblox will tag it.
And shafted has a different meaning.
Yeah, it was an Ofcom complaint or something when they had it over here about the concept of being shafted.
Basically, in the Netherlands they called it to share or not to share, which is actually coincidentally the name of the final round. So they worked around it a bit. So they worked around it without calling it shafted. But every other country was called.
Rizzo, Waffle is trying to get your attention.
So the third round, when it comes down to 2 contestants in the bank job, this is where the online game comes in. Each contestant now has a 45-second timer. Basically, like I said, no limit on how much you can keep or bank. Pretty much, highest score wins. I'm not kicking that. Well, there's no penalty for anyone who gets stuck in the vault. If you're the last one in the vault, then you have to try and beat the leader, obviously. And then pretty much that person would be part of the grand final. Whoever wins the episode. And then there's like subsequent episodes that have so you have 4 winners or 5 winners. I'm not sure.
Depending on the series.
I'm not sure how they worked it with 5 people.
I mean, I can find out. I've just found the bloody show on the gameshows.ru.
And then the grand final is pretty much the exact same thing as the previous episodes, except you have the additional.
Yeah, I found the clip as well. I found it on gameshows.ru.
Yeah, definitely
It's annoying that I don't have this
How
bloody
many times are you
translate.
gonna? How many times can you rewatch it and it still doesn't sound good? Both people, over 400,000. They decide to steal it. What would you actually? What would you do if you were faced with 400,000, over 400,000 pounds, and you were told you could take it or you could share it? What would you do? If it was like almost £500,000.
I mean, I don't know, but
Think of it as goldables.
yeah, pretty much.
That'd be a better idea. That'd be a better idea. Would you split or steal £500,000?
Split or still £500,000. Split it. I'd split it personally because the fact of the matter is, it's too much money for me to like go and say like I'm gonna steal it. If you try and steal 500 grand, you'd pretty much be let's put it this way: if you try and steal 500 grand from someone, it's pretty much being the ultimate act of greed. Unless you try stealing £1,000,000 from someone in the same dilemma.
Well, I've actually found out the maximum shafted that the total could be for the final. Get this, you're gonna believe this. £2.5 million.
I wonder
And
if
that is to split or steal. £2.5 million.
I know that there's a rumor or an urban myth about the show about Shafted in the UK, where there's one unaired episode where they could have where somebody shafted someone out of 500 grand. I know that. I think that's what we've been talking about for the last 5 minutes. But
But actually, what's really weird as well is what's weirder actually when you see the Australian version, you look at the wiki for the Australian version of Shafted. The maximum that could be is over $5 million.
wait, on the Australian, oh yeah, makes sense actually.
That's if you get all the questions right and you get all the half questions right, everything. And considering it does a toss-up version rather than a all half question version, obviously the stakes would get there'll be more money on offer. That is providing you don't get kicked down the first part of the program where you have to. Well, we almost had that happen. We were gonna have golden balls, weren't we? On Tough. Remember when I sometimes we played the Golden Balls DVD game on the top VC.
Ah yeah, Golden Balls. I remember this.
We joked about the idea of having Golden Balls with me doing it. Yeah. When we play it, we've had people that steal, I don't know, 40 quid.
Yeah, that's not a surprise.
What's the worst thing on? I think one of the recent Golden Balls we did. I think someone tried to steal. I think like a couple of pence, really, or a pound, really.
Yeah, about.
They were just really unlucky. Actually happened, I'm not quite sure.
What's the smallest amount they've played for in the final?
Yeah, let us on a postcard, please.
I'm gonna find out.
If you know, you know.
Well, that's what I'm about to do.
So yeah, so at the moment I'm trying to figure out how big is this damn cave. But yeah, as you can notice, these doors don't open on its own, but you can see the and then you've got which is empty. But yeah, so it's got everything there. Oh yeah, I need to do the podium as well, don't I?
Yeah, but then again, they're like they're like little trolleys, cash trolleys.
Like storage trolleys or something like that.
Yeah, that's what they are. They're like trolleys.
The outer cage is easy. That is, if you can be, if I wanted to be like really.
I'm guessing. Wait, Riza. Is Jeopardy even happening?
Oh, you.
I'm
we
so
just
tired. I've
If
spent,
we zone,
Ah,
if we
I've
zone
here we go.
spent, I've spent like an hour working on this stupid external drive. I don't think I want to do it anymore. Is Jeopardy still happening?
actually, better.
I'm probably canceling mine, but if you want to do yours, go ahead. I'm probably gonna cancel mine.
Well,
But,
by the way, Shade,
most-
smallest win £1.83.
Tired.
what?
£1.83 was the smallest win, but the lowest overall jackpot was £2.85.
Are we talking about the
Golden
actual
balls on the actual golden balls.
£1?
£1 something. £1.80. 83.
Bloody hell! Did
But
we
that was split. That was split. That was a split prize. So they
Makes
split and they
fucking
and they
sense.
they split they split £3 between them.
Yeah, I think. Anyways, yeah, I've had a look at the events thing, and not just 7 minutes, but I think Aiden's deal or no deals happened at the same time. Well, 22 minutes, but.
Jesus
These
Christ!
about-
How many game nights are there tonight?
I don't know. We'll see.
This game night, sir. We have like 5 game nights scheduled.
And they all seem to happen like 1 hour or 50 minutes. or 30
Fucking
minutes.
hell.
I used to host Survivor game nights a lot, but since I joined this like ROBLOX
Usually-
Survivor thing, I barely host Survivor on there.
Fair enough.
And eviction notice.
I kind of wanted to do a couple of game nights.
I almost applied to be on like the actual Survivor. I just need to submit a video, and I'm good.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
think-
there's been times where I've said, there's been times where I potentially said about applying for the British version of Big Brother, when it eventually does come back.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna apply a video on my application, but even after I finish like submitting shit, it's probably gonna take. There's like a 0.1% chance of me getting accepted.
Yeah, that's about right for reality game shows right there.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because you have to be the best of the best, honestly.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's the weird thing about applications, because sometimes I'll just say this. It happens sometimes with you know how most shows nowadays is just
Plus, even if you get accepted, you have to like not say anything until it's on TV.
why do you think I stop? Why do you think me and my mum always turn off Love Island every time that's on?
Ah, here we go again.
Fuck. Oh no, not Love Island.
Oh yeah, Love Island sucks.
Because
I don't know what's
Love Island.
Love Island sucks.
sucks, man.
Period. But I don't know. I don't know what's worse, Love Island or the Paramount Plus lineup over here. So apparently that's
worse?
shockingly dire as well.
What's worse? UK Love Island or US Love Island?
None of the above. They're both as shit as each other.
yeah, both as bad as each other, man.
Nah, I've
Alright,
said
yeah,
it.
I
I've already said I've said my piece on it to everyone I know. Get get a real representation of Britain and get some bloody LGBT people in there, and then I might watch.
I'm not sure if it's going on for you guys, but for us, most reality shows in the United States, 50% people of color.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
LGBTQ and stuff like that, and 50% white.
Oh my god. Don't
It's
make me
there's two things. I'm in two minds about it, but I don't want to talk about it because it's a very split mind for me on this. But I don't think it's somewhere I want to go and open my discussion with. I don't want to really like get in there.
I mean, you know when Big Brother was on like back then, it was really
Big Brother
like, cutting edge.
2018.
It was like cutting edge back then. No, like go further.
Early 2000s.
It was cutting edge
Mm.
because you had people. We literally watched people live in one confined building. I mean, like back then, how weird was that? But then again, you have to remember this was based on a novel at one point.
1984, I guess.
I mean, the concept of Big Brother was the concept of the Big Brother was based off the term Big Brother, which is like the government spying on you and stuff like that. That's why that's the whole thing about it.
But most of the time, especially over here, we thought the reason why the format Big Brother came along was the fact that there was literally a character called Big Brother, and there's always that phrase going, "Big Brother is watching you," because literally there are cameras everywhere in the building. I don't think about it. Kind of reminds me of one certain game I've been playing recently. Except it's a bit more murderous.
Oh, that's a social. Is that social experiment?
No, it's a video game.
Ah. I mean, I've been playing Social Experiment. I played 40 minutes of Social Experiment yesterday. The game that Social Experiment game on Roblox. You know, like it's basically a giant. It's like a giant wheel, and it basically randomly. Yeah, basically. Let me show you. Let me go live a minute, and I can show you guys. Let me show you guys. I'll show. But this is an actual game of Roblox, and I'm like, why is this like a real thing? It's like,
okay, so
why is this? It's not even a. If it's not even a social experiment. That's the thing. It's not even a social experiment at the end of the day.
it feels like some.
It looks like one, but it isn't.
Because so what Riley said, I think I saw a video of it.
Let me.
I think Flamingo played it. Basically, the idea is there's this, like Riley said, there's a giant wheel. The important thing is the giant wheel. That wheel's gonna get spun, and most of the time, it's whoever spun it is either gonna get killed or saved, or some other random event. Now, here's the thing about social experiment, and this is what sells it. I think. Would you say it sells it at this point? When you die in this game, you die permanently in that server. No respawns, no revivals.
Well, there is a revival event.
Well, there is, but once you die, once you get executed, that is it. You cannot go in there again. If you go in there, you will be just a ghost. And I'm beginning to wonder, I'm not going to take part in this. It's just a bit too weird.
It's an event that I never had before. Execute. Oh, that's a new one for me. But yeah, I mean, it's prime. I mean, if Delirious Games is still around, this would be prime fodder for them. This would be a prime show for them to do on Delirious Games. This would be right up their alley.
What, social experiment?
Social experiment, yeah. Like it'd be right up the alley, their alley. Compared with like it'd be a great fit, like right up next to Circle. You remember Circle on?
Yeah, Circle's the one where you vote somebody to
yeah.
get killed.
But that's an actual example of a social experiment, I'd say.
And then you've got social experiment.
And then social experiment is just
my eyes.
I don't even know what social experiment is.
Oh shit! I have the video. I can just fucking.
So,
It's not. Let's put it this way: social experiment is not a social experiment. Circle is a social experiment. And yeah, that's about it. That's about the argument there.
That's about it, pretty much. Right. I need to ask about something. Do I make this as tall as heck, or is this fine?
What's the?
This is the cage we're talking about, the vault cage.
If it was me, I'd make it a bit bigger, but again, that's just my games in general.
We all knew Riley back then when he built things.
To be fair, I still built it too big.
it's usually like I'm the first to spot it. I'm like, yep, you've gone big again.
I have the American mentality of making things too big.
Bigger is better.
The bigger the better, yeah.
Definitely. And with us, it's just like we just do whatever we want. Doesn't matter.
No, I've always thought. I've always. That's the thing, though. I've always thought it's just a little bit better to be a bit over than a bit under.